Let's see, Nicrito, you are up next. We're doing, hey, some anime. We're going to go right into a whole different world here, but then you never know what you're going to get when you open up that box of chocolates. So we're going to be listening to something from Cowboy Bebop. This track is named Blue, and it has no real description here, so let's just go for it. Let's get some Cowboy Bebop in the house. And you know this is probably going to be completely different than Dance Gavin Dance. I'm just saying. Little angelic choral duet. Ooh, nice.
Never seen a bluer sky. Yeah, I can feel it reaching out and moving closer. There's something about blue.
Yeah, it has that moment where you hold up your cell phone light and you're,
Ask myself what it's all
or my day,
for.
the lighter.
You know the funny thing about it, I couldn't answer.
It has kind of a Kate Bush
No, I couldn't answer.
tone to the voice.
Things are turning deeper shade of blue. And images that might be real, maybe.
Listen to the meandering of the bass.
Keep flashing off and on.
I like that. That minor gives you hope, gives you hope, gives you hope, and then well done. I love that. Listen to that bass. Thanks.
Don't wake me from the dream. It's really everything it seems.
All that discursive arrangement in the back and its ambient vibe is giving you that calming yet cathartic. Little dissonant stuff happening in the back. It's an unsettling release, yeah? But can you guys make out what the constant is? Through the whole track. What arrangement? Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. See that arpeggiation in the back? Well, now it faded.
Everything is clearer now. Life is just a dream, you know, that's never ending. I'm ascending.
What a great track. This whole stream has been a seesaw of eclectic emotions. I thought it was a beautiful track. I loved how the composer and those chord changes threw that minor in there to kind of throw you off because you're thinking that you're on a very released. Look at the even the thumbnail kind of gives you that, like, I'm in the clouds exploring through experience, but yet still. What's really unique about this thumbnail that I'm looking at, it's one of those, I don't know if this intended to be a trick thumbnail, but what's the cloud? Is it dark clouds with an open space of clarity, or is it the white clouds with more bluer sky? So that, I think, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's my brain working. Maybe I'm attaching things that aren't there, but I'm seeing things. But how does that thumbnail kind of represents how the arrangements were? Like, am I going through, what phases am I going through in this listening process? And, what I want to pull back to, I'm going to actually drop this back because I did ask the question, and then as soon as I asked it, it dropped out. Listen for the pattern that you'll hear. It's high up there. It's almost like a muted, it's kind of like a muted mallet pattern that was through the whole track, even through all the chord changes. But I'll see if I can. Listen, it's pinging too. It's pinging the 16ths. So that's where it ended in the mix. So that pinging 16th in that pattern, so the octave lower would be went through the whole track. That would be, in substitute of what we may call the drone. You know what I mean? Through that whole thing. So that was what was happening in the background. That's that one kind of, it's the one piece of magic in songwriting that I'm pretty sure that 85% of listeners, even if you're an orchestral listener or you get into it, a lot of times when I talk about these patterns that are repetitive, or what I might sometimes jokingly say, the zip line of the track that kind of keeps you centered, sometimes those things could actually disappear. But they've been playing for, let's say, a minute and a half, and that pattern now rents space in your head, and the association of that arrangement all of a sudden becomes part of it in there, even though it's pulled away. And the fact that you might have it in your head, a pattern going, it's starting to lock in. You could pull it out of the mix. It's still going in your head, but also in the mix, in the let's just say in the psychological mixing pattern. That now, if I pull that little sequence away, opens up the space to kind of play around with different arrangements in there, but still keeping that pattern in play. I don't know if any of what I just said made sense. It's just more of a, like, composer mixy kind of vibey thing, like, ooh, watch what happens if I do this. So, anyhow.